Czech Republic or Slovakia. Okay? That's why they changed the name and they split up, is because no one could pronounce it. Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I am back with another haul video. So, if you have not seen the video that I just put out where I walked through this house and was buying things, I would strongly suggest it first. That is where I got all of these things I'm about to show you, and then like the next 4 haul videos. There's at least gonna be 5 videos with all of the stuff that I bought. And I'm also supposed to go back and get more, like larger things. So there's just quite a lot to get through, and I'm really excited about it. So first off, and it's kind of difficult because I didn't know how to structure this haul and kind of break it up, but I will say, so first off, I bought a whole curio cabinet full of stuff. Not the curio cabinet, just the things in it, and I paid $40. There was a lot of figurines, some Hull, Pottery, some Roseville. So that's really cool, and all of that was included. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with those planters first. So I will start with this very nice Roseville teapot. Very nice. There it is. It's a blue teapot. This is in the clematis pattern. That's a flower, and it dates to around 1944, I believe. I wrote down a note. Yeah, 1944. And it's a great blue teapot, as you can see. We have 2 flowers on this side and 1 on that side. This is one of the more popular colors of this particular pattern, but then they also came out with this orange brown color right here, and this is a vase. Very nice. Also in the clematis pattern, just in this orange yellow color. And I guess, yeah, I need to show you the bottom. So there's the Roseville marking. I don't know if you can see that. Roseville, USA. There are some numbers below it. In this case, 17-10 inch. And then the other one was Roseville, USA 5. I'll show you the bottom. This one has crazing on it. I don't know if you can actually see the crazing in the glaze, or it's smooth to touch, but it's there. Here's the mark. This one's more pronounced. Roseville, USA 5. So that's a very nice one. So this blue pitcher sells online for between $50 and $75. And then that other one, the gold pitcher vase, sells for $30. I found out the prices through my subscription of WorthPoint. And if you're curious about WorthPoint, I have a link in the description below so that you can sign up with them. It's a referral code, and they do give you a free trial as well. But I really am having a great time with WorthPoint, finding things very quickly, the prices. So that's what I use to price those. Those are sold listings, by the way, not actively listed. They are sold, so we know that that is what they are worth to somebody. And they are recent sales too, not 5-6 years ago, which you can still look at on WorthPoint, but I just thought I had to say that. Another very interesting planter is this wonderful, lovely swordfish by Royal Hager. And look at the pink and the blue. Those are just wonderful colors, and this whole thing is in pristine shape. It's very nice. So I'll show you closer the coloring on here. Blue and pink. Here's the sticker, the original foil sticker, and then it's also marked on the bottom here. It says Royal Hager. I think that's R271 USA. I believe that's what it says. This is a very, very pretty planter. This one here sells for about $30 to $50. The price is all over the place, but I guess that's just what people price it for. And you know, if they price it for too little, it's gonna sell obviously for 30. But it sort of tops out around 60, low 60. So I say it's about a $30 to $50 item. So I am still trying to decide how I'm going to sell these. I don't know if they're going to end up online or if they're going to go in the booth. That swordfish, I really strongly feel about putting it online. I might put all three of those things online. I don't know. I got to think about it. Because I do have the antique booth, and I'm not actually sure how well this kind of thing sells around here. But maybe I should try it in the booth first. All right, this is a very nice piece by Hull, and it's just a pink and a blue vase. I forgot the name of this. I think it might have a name, but it's just flowers, little pink flower there, yellow, and then on the side, that's a different design. But I think it's just a really pretty vase. I love the edges here, the way that they did this. And actually, if you look this pattern up, it does come in other forms, the same sort of graphics, same colors, but different forms of this vase. Sometimes they don't have this, sometimes they don't have all this extra stuff here. So there's other versions of it, let's say. This one here by itself sells for about $20 as is, so that's very nice. And again, this also was included in that curio cabinet that I paid $40 for. And in case you did not watch that video, there are a ton of figurines and smalls that are not going to be in this video. They will be in the subsequent videos. And so yeah, there's a lot more to that. And I, of course, bought so much more than just that one curio cabinet. But on the bottom, it does say Hull Art USA 1-8.5. And then they actually wrote on here, the previous owner wrote 1946 from Mom. I can get this marker off. That is something that I can do. So that is written on there in permanent marker. And the writing is not wanting to focus. That light's being really, there we are, Hull Art, and there's the numbers. But I do have a trick to get that marker off. All you do is you take a wipe-off marker, like a washable wipe-off marker, like for a wipe-off, like for what a teacher uses now. And you just color that over it and then wipe it off. The chemicals in the removable marker will somehow remove the permanent marker. I don't know, it's odd. All right, I am so happy to have finally found one of these here. Yes, I watched Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady, her videos, and she had one of these recently and it sold. But this is a very nice dresser valet or caddy, but it's very cute. We have a rounded off front here, and then in contrast, this back here. So I guess you could put a plant if you wanted to. There are some drainage holes. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what they're technically for, but you could put like a nice little plant back here, even if it's fake. Put change up front, put your wallet back here, put your change up here. It has so many uses. So it's very cute, and it sells online for about $15. So this may or may not end up online. We will find out. Like I said, I've got the antique booths, but I am out of room in those booths, so we will see. I grabbed this really cool cookie jar, and I did not know when I bought it that it had been broke and glued back together. I should have realized it, but I'm really bad about looking things over when I'm in the moment. So it's pretty obvious that she got into an accident. Hopefully insurance paid for her accident, but her neck got broke off and it got glued back together. So when I got this, originally there was a lot of dirt and filth over it, so I'm going to say my excuse is I didn't see this because it was disguised by a film of grease over her. But, you know, I mean, I can't really say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little paint and try to color match this. This isn't like bright white, you know, obviously it's a shade of white, so I'm going to try to color match this with a little acrylic paint and just paint around her neck. Oh, there's my chicken. Hold on. All right, and yes, I'm gonna just touch up around her neck with some paint so that it's not so obvious, and this will go in the booth for sure, and I'll put as is on the tag, but it's just really, you can really see it from this far away, and I don't like that. So I will make it so that it's not so noticeable, and it will probably sell in the booth for between $10 and $12, but I paid $5 for it. that's sort of my price for cookie jars. Whenever I do find a decent one, I don't like to spend more than $5 for them. So I thought that was a pretty fair price for that. I grabbed this really nice black Americana thing, and I did not know what it was. I had my suspicions, but she has a spout on the back of her head right here in this aluminum that's kind of crinkled a little bit. And yeah, she's just a mammy style black Americana shaker. So I know that much. It's a shaker. I pulled this out. It's sort of hard to pull out, but there's this rubber nozzle in there. What it is, I found it finally on WorthPoint. It's a vinegar thing. So you fill this up with vinegar, and vinegar would come out of those holes. But initially I was thinking powdered sugar. You could. I mean, she would really have a headache, I think, after trying to get sugar out of there. But yeah, anyway, it's pretty rare. I mean, there's not a lot of these online, and thanks to WorthPoint, I was able to find it, and there was only one of them on there. This sold for $45, so that's very cool. And what I paid for it, and it's going to be sort of difficult to explain all of this stuff, because, I mean, at sometimes I was just taking a whole bunch of stuff, putting it on the table and saying $15 for this. And he was like, okay. So this was part of a group that I paid $15 for, but I don't have the rest of those things that I paid $15 for. But I would say I paid about $1. Yeah, honestly, about $1 for her. And when I got her, she was really just had a ton of caked on grease and grime. She was sitting on top of a refrigerator in the kitchen near the stove. So that happened. I have so much to get through. Wow. Okay, I need to speed up. I grabbed these two Hens on Nests. It's Westmoreland. I wish this white was not so white. It's not that bright, trust me. Okay, well, it's Westmoreland, Hen on a Nest. And I know that it's Westmoreland because we have the W, you can't see that. There's a WG logo right on the inside of this lid. So it's a W with a G overlaid right on top of it, just the initials. And I thought, no, it's not on the bottom, just the top. But this is a very nice Hen on a Nest. We have the red applied paint to the top here and the eyes. And there's no chips or cracks, so I grabbed that, as well as this little miniature one. And this is also Westmoreland glass. This one has it written on the lip here, which you can't see, but it's right here, not inside of it. So it's also Westmoreland glass. And I could put these together and sell them together, or I could sell them separately. But this little one here sells for about $10 to $12. And the larger one sells for about $20, $25. So very nice. Okay. One of the first things that I grabbed, because it was just right on the wall, I just pulled it right off the wall above the stove, were these really nice shakers. It's a whole shaker set, and there are 6 of them in total. Cinnamon, pepper, salt, allspice, nutmeg, garlic salt. And they are, I believe, row houses. So you put these all in a line, and they just look so cute together. They're all in blue. I can't hold them all up together. But that's what they look like. This times 2. There are 6 total, and they were so greasy and bad. I had to scrub these down with soap and water. I will show you up close what it looks like. It's a very nice, shiny glaze in great shape. And a couple of these do have the stickers on them from Japan. This one says, and I've ran across this brand before, not that it's special, there's just a ton of Japan import companies. This one says our own import, like our own import. Copyright Japan. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's the sticker right there, and it's not wanting to focus. That's all right. Very cool. So I grabbed those. Those were also in the initial bundle, so that's another thing that was in the bundle. So were the 2 Hens on Nests. So those things were all part of that $15. I don't think anything else I'm going to show you was in that initial grouping, but that's a different video. Okay, I grabbed this really nice, I love this, and so does Barb. And by the way, she's going to buy this from me. She wants it, so too bad. if you wanted it. No, she got first dibs, but it's so cute. I love that with the little Asian, I guess, well, I don't know his ethnicity, but there he is on top. He sort of has this Chinese Oriental appearance, and because it's an elephant and the colors used, I'm leaning that way. But it's a really cute teapot. So it has this handle, very nice, and this has been broke and glued. You can tell from the bottom there. It's harder to tell from the top because there's lots of colors, but it has been repaired. And it's made in Japan. So nothing else we know about it besides that. And it's just a really nice teapot with great color. Love that. Here's another one. This is a creamer. This is by Shawnee, actually. And it says patented on the bottom. You cannot, I hate that you cannot see that. It just says patented USA on the bottom. Nothing too exciting. But it's really cute. And there are abundance of these online. It's a pretty common thing, but they are popular, being Shawnee. So it's a nice elephant creamer. Love that. It's sort of this semi off-white with cranberry, let's call it, accenting. Very nice. And this sells for about $12 to $15. Here's another one, another creamer. This one's really nicely. This one is marked on the bottom Spalding, which is the parent company of Royal Copley. So this is the pig. This is a pig creamer, and it has a little bow, I believe. Yeah, bow for the bottom. It has this cute little blue hat. Ain't he adorable? So it's really nice. There is crazing all along it. And this one here sells for, what does it sell for? Oh, there we go. It sells for about $10. So there we are. And this is from around the 40s. So yeah, Spalding, S-P-A-U-L-D-I-N-G, is the parent company of Royal Copley. So Royal Copley is a ceramic pottery line under that name. So fun fact. All right, we are getting almost done with this haul. Let's go quicker. I said I was going to be quick, but I'm not. Bluebird of Happiness. This is just a nice blown glass. You can put this in your window. It makes a great paperweight, made by Leo Ward, W-A-R-D. I find these fairly often, not always by Leo. Sometimes they're by another person. And this one is 1988, and they have spanned many years up into the 90s and early 2000s. I have not done a lot of research. Maybe they even still make them today. I don't know, but they've been around for a while. This is a very nice California pottery ashtray. So with everyone kind of not smoking anymore, I don't know, maybe that's not true, but it seems like my generation just isn't smoking, at least cigarettes, but they're not smoking cigarettes, so I'm not sure what people are doing with these anymore, and if they're going to be collectible going forward. But I had to grab this because of the shape of it and the color, the physical shape, and the condition is nice too. But it sort of has this boomerang mid-century look to it. I love it for that. And what's odd about this is the bottom. It has this kind of brushed on look to it. So I'm not sure what that's about, but it's made by Maurice of California. You can see that. Maurice of California, and it says California, USA, G94 with a little copyright symbol. And this guy right here probably would sell for about $15 realistically. So there's that. But for the most part, California pottery ashtrays, they're not terribly, they don't go for a ton of money. Sometimes you can get them for $5, up to $10. I just think this helps it out, having that color and the size and everything. All right, this is a very nice, love it. It's Fenton. It's a tidbit bowl, not tray. And we have it in the silver crest. So the silver crest, whoa, that color, I did not realize it was that bad. How do I get the color to be better? Here, did that work? Oh, that's better. So this is in the silver crest Fenton pattern. And it is actually marked on the bottom, Amy Bush. why is the color doing this? Amy Bush, she wrote her name, that's painted on. And then we have these really pretty purple flowers with green leaves, hand painted on the inside, oh, and the outside. And yes, it's just a nice little trinket bowl. We have a ruffled edge here. Very nice. And then it is stamped Fenton on the bottom. So to date this piece, what you would do is look at the logo itself. The fact that it's the word Fenton with an oval around it sets it up for about the 70s. And then we look one time further if there is a number involved. If there is a number inside of the circle under the word Fenton, that would designate what era, 80s, 90s, 2000s. So there is no number, which dates this piece to around the early 1970s. By the way, if that bowl was done in the 80s, it would have an 8 there. If it was done in the 90s, there'd be a 9 there. And as far as the 2000s go, I'm not sure. It might just be a 0. I think it is a 0. Got this nice little brass mouse. I thought that was adorable. That was also in the curio cabinet. Forgot about that. Very cute. This thing right here would sell for probably about $12 to $15 online. In the booth, I don't know. Francoma. This was also in the curio cabinet. I lied earlier that there was nothing else in the curio, and there are other things here. Francoma, like a little pitcher or something. I'm not sure what it was for. If it had maybe originally a stopper, I don't know. It maybe didn't. But it is Francoma. It's hard to read. It's kind of arched around the inside of that lip there. Yeah, you can't see it. But the colors are very frank. No, they're very Francoma-esque, and this is that. So there we are. Okay, this is it. 2 things. All right, we have here some fake Royal Bayreuth. So this is not Royal Bayreuth. Be nice if it was. It's not. These were made somewhere probably in Czechoslovakia or Bavaria. No, I've got that all backwards. Royal Bayreuth would have been made in Bavaria. These were probably made in either Austria or Czech Republic or Slovakia. Okay? That's why they changed the name and they split up, is because no one could pronounce it. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.